Elon Musk crashes out. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor that's due to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Chahak, double honor to the elders and apostles of great millstone who rule well. Peace and blessing to the 144,000 of the hopeful elect, Shalom, Barakatham. And this is kind of breaking news on Twitter. Elon Musk was an emotional little he's basically an effeminate Edomite, okay? You know, which they're all a bundle of sticks. But he's a highly emotional guy. He's very petty, okay? And I've always known that about him. But you know, you get a lot of favor with him when he likes you, and then when he don't like you, it's like you're the worst thing ever. You know, this guy's, you know, he's just void of judgment. He's obviously set up, you know, but he's one of the elites that was chosen or anointed to usher in this new technology era that we're going into. And now he's fighting with Trump on Twitter. You know, the breaking news came out of him putting Trump on blast about the Epstein files, man. Okay, and we all know that that's true. But why was he sitting up there cozying up with him? You know, in the White House administration just a few weeks ago. You know, and now all of a sudden, you know, he knew the whole time. See, that's the shit you got to worry about. All right, you got camps that's gonna do that when they find out this Charagma doctrine that they've been preaching is off. They gonna act like they knew the whole time, man. Okay, but you should have been doing the right thing when the time called for it, like Sakari and Elazar, man. Okay. You know, those guys knew the whole time, but they didn't do nothing. And this is why we rebuke a lot of these camps, because y'all exhibit a lot of the same characteristics as the devil does, man. That's something Satan does. You know, he wants to switch up when it's convenient. You know, but this is a good sign overall. That's why I want to just do the quick lesson real quick. This is a good sign overall because we don't really have long here, man. 2025 is already shaping up to be a hell of a year, and honestly, this might be the last year we're here. I know we say it every year, but with the rate things are going, the way things are getting passed, all right, you have Elon already set up in all of his companies. You have Peter Thiel and Palantir, okay, in his company that's about to be the premier technology for the Charagma, okay. You know, you even had Alex Jones doing cover for the company Palantir, man. So he's an agent. He's in on it. You know, as much good information they bring out, they're all compromised. And now I heard it brought out earlier today that a lot of these guys that are popular or they have popular opinions, the reason they know exactly what to tell you to make you feel good, and reason why Trump got so much momentum, because he promised all the right things. He promised income tax would be gone. He promised to cut the military budget in half. He promised this. He promised that. The reason you knew all of that is because they spy on you. Okay, they know exactly what to feed back to you to get you to elect them or give you their consent. Okay, so which you don't have a choice in the election anyway. It's all rigged. But that's part of the mechanism on how they rig it. You know, they get to the minds of the people, man. They make you think you got a choice in the matter, but they planted the idea there the whole time. They gave you left and right choices, you know, and it's going to be a bloodbath once they realize what they've done, you know. And America's going to be a free-for-all. They've already been buying these bunkers. Okay, they've been buying bunkers since 2020, at least heavy. And not just 2020, but I mean heavy in 2020 is when it started. Okay, they were even announcing a lot of these bunkers, man. That, you know, Mark Zuckerberg and, you know, even Rick Ross' big ass got a bunker. Okay, and so why are they doing that? Because these elites, these lesser luminaries, they all pass information around. They all know. That's why they're in these secret society. They're in these secret orders. They can't tell anything. A lot of them are victims, and they're perpetrators. Okay, a lot of them got blackmail on them. You know, that's what the whole Epstein list was. It was basically a blackmail ring. Okay, he got stuff on everybody. Now, Elon said that Trump is in the files, which you shouldn't be surprised at that. You saw you taking pictures with him. You saw various other individuals in there, and even if he wasn't in the files, he knows hella people that were in there, man, because they're all in the same club, man. Okay, they all kids go to school together. All right, they be at the same golf courses talking shit about niggas. Okay, well, really, they really just have plans to dominate and take over the whole world, which they already have. But that the world is not enough for them. Okay, that's a James Bond film I've yet to watch. The world is that one? The world is not enough. The world is not enough for Esau. See, he has the fatness of the earth right now, but when you read in the book of Psalms, I believe it's 73, it says their eyes stand out with fatness. Because that goes into them just wanting more and more and more and more and more. This is all programmed into sci-fi, science fiction movies. This idea he can make a warp drive and go thousands of light years away, this way, that way, and colonize this and colonize that. But the Earth is proof of what the entire universe would be like if this nigga had the power to do it. Okay, you can watch how a man cleans up his room or his house, and they'll tell you how he'll take care of a mansion. And so when you look at the earth, okay, the earth is a shit show, man. The earth is, and you gotta be a special demon to be able to mess the earth up, because the earth has natural remedies, it has natural medicines, it has natural processes to heal itself. Okay, it has natural ways to bring back life, to preserve life. Okay, you gotta actively go into the earth, pick out particular things. Put it in a lab, boil it, mix that with that, and then put it back in, make plastics and all these kind of chemicals that don't break down and don't. You gotta put a lot of wickedness into destroying the earth, man. Okay, the earth is very, very resilient. Okay, now the earth is waxing old, but it's also being poisoned, man. Okay, there's a plague on the planet Earth, and it's the Edomites. Okay. And the fact that they're fighting and they're openly fighting, okay, which we already believe that there was there's a two-faction civil war among the elites right now, because they brought that out on the Jimmy Dore show. Like, that's part of the reason why Trump assassination attempt went down, but it didn't go down. Okay, and why Biden got set up. Why Biden basically just bent the knee, you know what I'm saying? Like they're trying to get their respective agendas passed. We don't know who they are, but we can tell there's a lot of division going on, and the Lord said that this would be the case, that there would be a lot of division. Okay, so this is an exciting time, man. Because I think yesterday Elon was bitching about the big beautiful bill. Which rightfully so, it is BS, but it ain't more BS than what you already been doing. I mean, you had $35 trillion. Now you're scoffing. Like, the time to scoff was a long time ago, man. But see, people have an idea or a tendency to want to react when it's too late. But the scriptures say, "Seek me early." Okay, that's what you got to do, man. And a lot of these people. It really doesn't matter anyway whether you seek the Lord early or not, because if you're not an Israelite, you're not going to make it. If you're not of the elect, you're not going to make it. Okay, and that's just how it's written, man. This is the Most High show, man. This is His movie. Okay, we're praying that the role that we have in the film, is favorable on the side of the protagonist. So we'll see how these things develop, and we'll keep an eye on it. This thing could be at an end. All of the steps for the Charagma is in play, man. And World War III has been in play since the end of 2023, really. So I'll end it there, man. Lord willing, this is edifying. Call Allah Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Bashim Shalom.